Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. Today we are going to be embarking on the Kill the Captivating Siren dungeon. Taking on the first new boss in the Cove with hopefully a crew that is ready to do it. If anything, Dudley is potentially a weak link here, although with the noted exception of the Necromancer, stress hasn't generally been too big of a problem during boss fights for me, so hopefully the same can be said here. These characters all have made it to level 2 and have received some weapons and armor upgrades in order to get them where I need them to be. So hopefully things turn out okay here. And pop into the provisioning screen. We've got an okay amount of money. We really need, I'd say, this adventure to not like go disastrously, but otherwise we should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take a full complement of food and torches. We'll go like 3 shovels. I'm a little worried that we're gonna end up in a scenario here where the Cove generates as just like a straight line between us and the boss battle, and when that happens it tends to be bad. You know what, we'll take an extra one of each of those, and then otherwise I'm kind of okay with this. We'll leave out anti-venom for now, and that should be enough to get it done. And I am very excited to see what new lore has been introduced regarding the Siren. So we're going to go ahead and listen to that.
My lofty position wasn't always accompanied by the fear of office. And there was a time when I could walk the streets or raise a glass in the tavern without concern for molestation. Faithful as the tide, one precocious village waif made it her hobby to shadow my every errand. It was charming then, troublesome later.
I imagine that story is going to get a lot more interesting as it goes on.
I always wondered what became of the unfortunate little waif.
Alright, so assuming the Siren is going to be located here, we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. It's not exactly the shortest dungeon we've ever had to accomplish here. We'll go ahead and get a move on though, and hopefully things can go smoothly right at the start. And let me get back to the thing. Okay. I did not have my fancy little curio cheat sheet up. So this is going to be brackish water, or brackish tide pool. We did not bring anti-venom. And so I'm probably just going to ignore it. I think that's the safest bet there. A barnacle crusted chest is going to be a shovel. That was totally not worth it. I feel like that's the second time that's totally not even been worth the price of admission. I may reconsider even wanting to use the barnacle crusted chest at all. Alright. Oh, wonderful. So, we end up surprised right off the bat. Let's think about this. I'd like to
Their formation is broken.
deal with
Maintain
his
the offensive.
squishy undersides, and then dirk stab to here. Omand will be okay, especially if she can then lunge. Go ahead and take that guy out.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And then pop a stun.
The way is lit.
Okay.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Things are not looking too terrible. I don't have any way to move my highwayman around. Not this highwayman anyway. So he's guarded And he's doing the guarding, right? No? No? Okay. Goes right through to him. Great. Maybe I should have thought that one through. So then Shadow Fade would mean going back one. Lunge isn't effective from there. What can she do from... She can do nothing from the very first rank. Okay. So that would be pretty disastrous. I'm going to go ahead then and move him all the way up. And then... see, a stun here. Removes that from him. Good dodges. Alright. Flashing daggers. Why not? Strike. 9 damage is not too terrible. And this goes forward 1.
Impressive.
Ta-da! And everything is now sorted. Alright. Perfect. Stun on that little guy. And then... Nah, you got to act first. Okay. I was hoping that, especially without 50% protection, that I might be able to do a little bit more to him. Unfortunately, that did not work out. Let's try this. And then this. 0, but I did get the bleed. And he is now dead. Awesome.
No quarter.
Alright, the bleed is going to be fairly important here. Get 2 characters with a chance to stun. We do get it off. So well. Which means Toxin Trickery is pretty much worthless here. And moving him back into the first position would actually cause a little bit of a problem. Because all he'd be able to do is point blank shot. And I don't want to see that happen. Just at that time, but he's down to 1 HP. You are a goner, my friend.
Confidence
and good night.
As the enemy crumbles.
We'll go ahead and take the crest. Everything else is pretty much worthless. And heirloom chest it with a hidden compartment. Onyx. Gold. We'll leave the bus behind. Alright, getting to move on. First fight went swimmingly. We came out of it with several buffs. If we want to run into a fight like right away, no, not gonna happen. Okay. You have got a lot of bad things. Why don't we go ahead and let Craon deal with this? So the eerie coral, medicinal herb, healing qualities, and a negative quirk removed. Okay, perfect. Keep moving. Hop inside. Alright. Not so bad of a fight. I'd probably rather deal with this than a second pelagic guardian. Especially if that works.
Destroy them all.
Well, I fully intend to. Hey now, none of that. None of that healing.
A powerful blow.
Sweet. Alrighty. Good dodges. And we've taken no damage so far. Everybody's taking 3. He's at 4. 9. You know what? Let's go ahead. Get him out of the fight. Worst case scenario for this guy is what? Stress? Yeah. And in that case, we dodged it. Not a big deal at all. Now, all that's left to deal with is him.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright. Very little we can do here. Down to 12. Man, that is hitting actually surprisingly hard. Alright. And with 5 left. Easy peasy. Awesome.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Yep. I'd prefer to avoid the dizzying fall part, if at all possible. Another heirloom chest, and fairly disappointing haul out of that. Okay. Alright. Not the most useful scout in the world, but I shall take it. Get at least a torch for our trouble. Hold on to that for now. Oh, hunger check. And we've taken no damage thus far, which is pretty freaking stellar, if I do say so myself. Alright, 10 to 15. Well, it's going to be on anybody. At least the deep stinger is mostly just a stun-inducing, bleed-inducing type thing. I don't imagine it having a damage bonus is the worst thing in the world, and I would say that went fine. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, lovely. With a combination of Judgment and Harvest. Oh, he resisted. He resisted. Terrifying. Okay. Well. Not bad. I'd like to let either Harvest or Flashing Daggers do that for me. And I'd say that worked out better. That's going to be forward 1. Down to 2 HP. Good dodges. And then massive overkill. Alright, Mr. Shaman. It is just you and me, buddy.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay. This is a giant oyster, huh? Huh. Interesting. A dog treat actually would work on this thing, but also a shovel. Considering I did not bring any dog treats, a shovel is going to have to do it. The trinket's not great, but it's worth something. So that's something to consider. Then we'll get a move on. Alright. And fish carkai. Carkai is a word, right? Pro tip, carkai is not a word. It doesn't, no. Alright, a little bit of extra food. And into the next room. Alright, finally get a scout that we might actually be able to do something with. So we could use a shovel and avoid a fight. I'm going to go ahead and take that opportunity. Torch. And
another mariner, another misfortune.
Alright. We were able to ply our tools of the trade right there. And if I could get another scout? No? To take the high road or the low road, right? Alright, we'll go ahead and loop around this way. Run into a trap.
Chemical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Ooh. You know, I would like to say some of the It's my understanding that the buffs that currently last 3 rounds are intended to be lasting until camp. However, barring that, and it's purely just a bug. Like they're coded to do that. They just simply
In
don't.
radiance, may we find victory.
Well, that was a pretty smooth hallway. However, I would like to say that barring them lasting until camp, I would actually be pretty okay with them lasting like 12 rounds. That seems a fairly sufficient amount. That would easily get you through a hallway battle without like much trouble. And I think that would be cool, especially if it was just a particularly strong buff. What are we doing here? Don't really need scouting chance or surprise for that matter. We're mostly focused on de-stressing, huh? I tell you what, let's go ahead and get accuracy up. And then, is that all we really have? Is just, man. This is why we should not be ignoring our camping skills. Alright, stress reduction. We could also, let's see, 12, 11. Guess the perfect way to do that would be to make fun of Dudley and then apologize profusely. And that sorts her out. Nobody has a 1 point that we would want to use here. So we'll go ahead and rest. Good health today at least. No chance for foraging, etc., etc.
Darkness holds much
Exactly what I didn't need.
Trickery and boogeymen.
Ambushed, surprised, party shuffled. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Let us, so forward 2. He could fall back. She could leap forward. You know what? I'm going to lead with this. Oh my god, that was so amazing. And then follow it with a grape shot blast. Okay. Judgment? Yeah, problem solved. Alright then. I'd say that went pretty well.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Alright, I would say puzzling that one out for just a second actually totally paid off. The double crit from our wonderful Omand, the grave robber, was probably pretty instrumental in that actually working. But it did, and I'm thankful. We don't have any more of the things, so I'm just gonna leave it be. Okay. And another fight and a surprise. Awesome. Let's think about this. Kill him. Stun him. And then... why not? Go ahead and stun him too. I'm kind of glad that this fight happened here, actually. If I could stall off a couple of turns to like get rid of the speed and dodge debuff, I'd be pretty okay with that. So let's actually try to stun him again. Awesome, we got it. And then take this opportunity to buff her. Stab him. 3. And go ahead and take him out that way. Alright.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
There we go. 3 rounds. It should lose, like, what? 1 more walking up to here? Nope. No more. Okay. Well, fine. Apparently, do we not lose one of those I've apparently completely misunderstood how those actually go away. Huh. Strange. Alright, well, I would like... Go ahead and use holy water here. We'll get both of these guys some bleed, blight, disease, debuff, resistance. Not sure if it's going to be relevant in this fight, but better safe than sorry. We'll also go ahead and get max torchlight.
Of safety.
And then we'll check this place out.
The aquatic devils have remade the poor girl in their image. She is their queen and their slave.
Interesting. So this is the waif from the town. The aquatic devils have remade her. So this is not what she originally was, but has instead become this. Find that pretty interesting. Is that worth it for such a... What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to solo here and then hope for the first action and the finale. Excuse me? Don't fall for it, Dudley! Illumination, huh? Well, thanks for buffing up our torchlight. I don't really love the thought of attacking Dudley. Unless that's like what I've got to do to get her back on my side. Okay, this shouldn't do... I'm gonna potentially make a terrible mistake here. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with flashing daggers to hit both of them. I'm curious if, like, does that, like, maybe break the charm or something?
Precision and power.
Nope, not even a little bit. Okay. No more of that. Does anything bring her back to my side? Elimination again. Okay. Ooh, nice little conch shell you got there. Yeah. Devour. Whoa. Okay. So does it just... It lasts a single turn? Was that what happened? Let's not do that again. And maybe just say we did? Alright. A little bit of bleed. Which is nice. What do we want to do here? 4 to 7. I'm just gonna focus the Siren at this point. Already got her halfway down. Oh, come on. Before he's acted, and he's probably the highest damage I was going to do during the turn. Ooh. Okay. And apparently he knows skills that our Craon does not know. Yeah. Excuse me? Oh, right. He is guarding right now. Well, I tell you what then. Let's get rid of that. You fight for love, I understand. Wicked slice. Ugh. That was actually a pretty wicked slice. Okay. Do I go for the heal or the damage output? I know, I'm a terrible person. Good dodges all around. Oh my god, and it throws him back at the back? That's not what I would want. It's not what I would want at all. No desire. Ooh, good, good! Our jester will not be swayed. 16. Awesome. 5, taking 3. Dudley, You just fall for any pretty face that comes along, I swear. Alright, down to 4 HP. That is not great. But Finale takes her down to 3. And then Grape Shot Blast.
Seafaring trade, the lifeblood of any port, can resume again now that the routes are safe.
Beautiful.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Alright, I'd say we're going to go ahead and we'll just return to the hamlet instead of pushing our luck there. Things went pretty smoothly, right? Like, it didn't feel like that was too terribly bad. The Siren is very squishy. I definitely felt like my best option was just an all-out offensive, and, you know, ignoring any kind of healing. I think we probably were able to get to her quick enough that any kind of summoning of guardians maybe didn't get out of control, which was very good. We're coming out of this with very little stress too, and like halfway to level 3. These guys might be... range doesn't really matter. Move resist is fine. You'll see as well camping and evasive. Okay. Well, these guys might be ready to head right back out in the next episode.
We dug for months, years, an eternity, and we were rewarded with madness.
Okay. It's not a very good reward. Omand, Bellecote, Craon, and Dudley signs the Siren's Call. 3 characters removing 3 negative quirks, and then let me pop back over here really quick. Okay, didn't move, but immediately available is Kill the Sodden Crew. The vengeful race threaten to drag all we've built down into their domain of darkness. Give them a sailor's death, once and for all. Okay, this is probably going to be our next target, and I don't see any reason if this crew can't go right back out. I think Dudley might have actually lost a little bit of stress, all things considered. It's possible that we picked up just a little bit from Bellecote and Craon, but otherwise that went pretty well. I'm totally okay with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more videos on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.